So yeah, let's just say this clip will. Yeah, in all honesty, the horde should be more. I'm not gonna lie about that.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
It's like
honestly.
as soon as you come out, you're not being swarmed, and I'm sorry, but Left 4 Dead, you always had to deal with the horde.
Yeah. But you got to also think, even with it being a technically a zombie apocalypse, they do call you a cleaner, which might mean that we're towards the end of it with this one. So it might be that there's just not enough bodies for zombies to be alive anymore.
Yeah. Since we've seen the whole entire clip and anything like that, is there anything out of the ordinary that you want to actually backtrack and pinpoint in this clip?
This one was just a simple fact as soon as we got out, we weren't swarmed or anything like that. Because further on in the game, you actually do get swarmed.
Well, yeah, that's reasonable.
There's actually something I want to bring up about it. Rewind a few seconds back to where he was going down the stairs. Yeah, it was up around there somewhere. Right there, that room right there. I like that there are rooms like that right there that are randomly blocked off, or they'll be randomly accessible. The game changes this randomly each time with each restart.
Yeah, I actually like that because it's like you know exactly where these rooms are gonna get at, but you don't know which one is gonna actually
Be open.
I do like that.
Yeah, it was part of my favorite feature that I was noticing when I was playing.
It's great for replayability. I'll say that much. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because everything is changing on the thing. Like one thing I also noticed, the loot. The loot also changes. It may not be within here, but it's like I remember this whole entire thing. The loot changes. So not all the time you're gonna find this whole entire gas tank right here.
No.
And not to mention this one right here. In all honesty, I can actually see like a little mini boss or something coming from one of those closed rooms.
Yeah, that would be a nice addition if some of these closed off rooms had.
Is this hand going through the wall?
No. It looks like it, but it's the glove.
Okay.
Speaking of the texture formality, yes, they need to fix the texture formality because some of these textures match so well with the environment. It's so bad.
I feel like the glove should be darker.
Or lighter because it's like
zombie apocalypse. You don't have a chance to clean the small things like that as much. So, and you wouldn't want to in the first place because if you did, then you would stick out like a sore thumb to any zombie with enhanced smelling capabilities. So, should definitely be darker.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about when I say they need to revamp the horde. Because that part right there was the only time that you had a somewhat decent sized horde. And not to mention this mission, as you can tell, I'm able to go through and not really encounter as many.
Yeah, it was a bit small for the map.
What difficulty were you on again?
We were on normal.
Yeah, this was the standard one at the time being.
Yeah, then
we didn't really want to go too hard into it. It was a beta do, so.
I mean, I had played on easy, and
even the hard, it was like that room was still not really that many zombies.
Speaking of not many zombies, remember the problem we had on this map where we were having trouble trying to plant the bomb?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah,
because okay, I want to state this. How on Mad Dog's screen, he was able to see the whole entire thing.
Yeah,
When I
was
had
able
it,
to see it too.
yeah, you guys were able to see it. Mine had a like a small little symbol, and then it just went away, so I had no idea where to go. So I don't even know if that's a visual thing, but that is something that is very, very, very bad about it. But yeah. Also, this guy, I noticed just a little bit ago when you went down the whole entire stairs.
He should have.
He dropped
He
it.
came, yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It
He
was like
probably came from behind the stairs. But what should have happened was if something like that happens, the big zombies like that should just grab you. And
oh
throw
yeah.
you.
Oh, the ones with the long arms definitely grab you. It would have been funnier if this one just yeeted Mad Dog into a wall.
It should have,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it stopped and just puked. It's like give more of an option than just that.
I mean,
Yeah,
it has
it-
arms. Where are you gonna
It
get arms
has
for?
very bulky, like club-like arms. That would have been great for a good swing animation at that point, and
It's not
just
just
throw you
that,
around.
and not just that, but I can actually see that thing grabbing a player, and there's like other players around him just running into the group and exploding.
Yeah, but
I mean, there's more potential they can do with the zombies.
It's like this whole entire area. It's like I understand this is like on a standard formality, but there is really not a lot when you are going through these whole entire things. And it's like even though it may be on a standard formality, it's like have that whole entire formality of them actually there and all that, because a lot of them spawn up at the top, but they won't spawn it down at the bottom. You should,
And-
even if on a standard formality, you should have at least some type of resistance down here. Since we got to blow them up, there should be a lot more, even if it's on a thing. But the higher the difficulty, the more harder and a little bit more mobs be there. I want to say little. So it's like,
what you're essentially saying is better population of the map.
yeah.
Because if you watch this clip at the end, as soon as I place the bomb down and it's planted, I go run it, only one zombie spawns in. And it's just a regular zombie. Right
Yeah.
there.
The zombie spawns in. Like we were on the standard formality, you can easily just do this, like very easy. But the harder you do it, the harder it gets, the more it spawns. Yeah, it's there, but on standard formality, it's like having this very few things there. It's like the population just makes it way too easy on this whole entire map part.
Yeah.
Especially the above level, there was absolutely nothing there. And they don't really get triggered until like things.
I know I was playing on
Trick.
easy, and I felt easy was more difficult than what I'm seeing here.
I say it really does depend on the map because we were having trouble at the end of the map, from what I remember.
Yeah, the map. More you go in, the harder it gets. But it's like a ship part like this.
The ship
They
was
gotta have
easy.
Yeah.
I say what was harder was getting. It was harder getting to the ship than it was being on the ship.
Yeah.
And I also noticed something, like comparing it to zombie movie, where you got survivors going down below in the basements, stuff like that, including the bottom of the ship. As soon as they get there, it's usually darker, and you see more zombies just standing there.
And this is a wrecked ship. It should be darker because some
See,
power lines should be cut.
Yeah, okay. Like previously, how we had to go across that one area to get to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole entire explosion, in reality, zombies get attracted by the sound.
Yeah.
So there should have been more zombies. Yes, they come in from the whole entire boat. Yeah, we kill them, but zombies are going to keep coming because that whole entire echo is going to go pretty far, and they're going to be, yeah, and it's going to end up, it's going to draw more. Even though you're on it, they're going to draw over. But then when you end up doing a whole entire this, there should be some left elsewhere. It's like not every single zombie is gonna leave this general location when that bomb exploded.
And for immersion
like, no.
purposes, it would have been nice if we seen like some zombies dressed up like sailors or crewmen you would see working on the ship.
Actually,
Or-
yeah.
Or technicians.
Because that's something they
whatever
did
kind of
back
thing.
in Left 4 Dead, from what I remember. They would have like
Yeah.
zombies represent the environment.
And
Yeah.
I also say, as soon as the vehicles come in, when they did, as loud as they did and started firing, it should attract it. In all honesty, it should attract more zombies from both sides. But it doesn't. It only attracts the ones from the boat, and the boat really didn't have that many.
Yeah.
The only issues that I felt that was there were the big armed ones. And even then, you could still take them out with the Gatling gun, which to me is way too unnecessary.
Yeah, they need to up the spawn rates. They need to.
When I got on the Gatling, I felt it was useless there because you don't see hordes coming in for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if there was a bigger timer on the explosion and there was more hordes to work with and work through, the Gatling gun would have been useful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, its spawn rates need to be upped a bit because even for the casual gamer, it's too easy. They wouldn't be able to keep into it.
Okay, yeah, this run right here. Let me get into the clip before you play it. I had a toolkit, and I noticed it when I was looking back trying to get the clip that I picked up pipe bomb, and instead of being part of my throwable, it was actually marking it as a tool. So I had to either debate pipe bomb or toolkit.
Probably
was
because it's
probably-
classified as a special type grenade, so
It could have been a mess up with the coding and something they weren't paying attention and did by accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also a possibility. So maybe if the devs see this, that'll help them realize, oh, that's an issue.
possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, pipe bombs should definitely be considered grenades. I agree with that.
I don't remember what happened in this map part, but anything out of the ordinary, Red Dog, do you want to bring up?
Yes. Yes, the lack of zombies, like actually there. It had to me, it has that part right there has the potential to have like a bunch of them right there. Instead, you
pretty
got
boring.
zombies. You had zombies coming from above, dropping down onto you.
Now, I can understand why they probably did that because this is a forest. It's not a usually what you would consider a high populated trail in the first place before an apocalypse. So why would there be a lot of bodies to become zombies?
Right, this is the one where we had to get the bus across, but we couldn't because we didn't know where the things were to
Yeah.
decide to randomly follow the veins. That's what I'll call them.
And-
If you do notice where that the scope symbol is pointing, it's basically trying to lead you to where you gotta go, from what I can tell.
Well, not to mention, like right here, this is after we triggered it. Triggered the first thing. And all honest, in my opinion, if you triggered the thing, they should have at least made it more like those type of zombies there to prevent you to try to trigger it. Because apparently those veins were popping out zombies. And there should have been at least a couple more than what they were.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, if they're trying to defend their nose and nests, yeah, I could see a lot of zombies being needed for that.
Oh yeah, another thing
The
I wanna
only
bring up.
difficulty thing was that crawler.
I say this part became difficult because this is where ammo was becoming scarce.
Yeah.
Well, at least for me, because I don't know about you guys, but I was stuck using the pistol.
This is very noticeable that someone can be able to easily pick that up and basically kill teammates very, very, very easily.
Another thing I want to, and I'll see one thing I really want to see them do. I want to see some type of penalization thing pop up. because you're gonna have people that will just constantly kill teammates, trolling and griefing, and just constantly getting killed. But to me, it also brings in the aspect of the realism.
Yeah, there should be some kind of punishment, and there's no way someone would be able to throw something like that if it was full.
Yeah, it's like there should be like, okay, I understand, like, even though we can't actually walk into the water, but it managed to breach a whole entire thing, which honestly, if you somehow can be able to do this, like, I never tried it, I don't know if anybody else tried it, but just now thinking of it, those things can probably be used to breach things to basically get you into glitches and everything like that, which honestly the devs should actually see if that's actually plausible and have that potentially fixed if that potentially is an issue, because honestly I see that as a breaching issue.
Because I've done it in other games, because it didn't kill it instantly. The thing that killed us instantly was being thrown into the water. I didn't really know what much else does. I was just curious about the environment. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. I was just like, oh, bell, ring, 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 ring.
It's Ollie.
Fucking.
Come here.
Yeah, I just called Tolly over.
The front
You're
bell.
less of a wolf now, and you're more.
So
of a cat.
originally, what I was doing was I was looking around the entire area, seeing if there was anything we were leaving behind, and that's how I just found it. Because I found like some coins and stuff from the back shelving, so I was like, okay, let's look around more.
All right.
We're good to go, right?
I believe we be.
Pity.
Okay.
Gonna jerk it like I'm the butcher.
What the fuck?
Sorry, that's so gonna go with a blooper.
Wait, what?
What you just said.
I just
Uh,